Hey folks, welcome back to the Dyson Sphere program. Last time we got graphene set up and made our first batch of Mark II assemblers. Very happy about that. Today, we're going to start working on yellow cubes for science. So, we want to produce, I believe the minimum we want to produce is 60 per minute, which would mean 6 more matrix slabs producing the yellow cubes. Let's go ahead and get that started. So having, I think these consume 10 per minute. Yeah, no matrix research conducted. If we, yeah, I'm pretty sure we were using 60 per minute of the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 60 is a good target to aim for. So one per minute. That should be enough to feed these 6 research labs, I think. So I guess we just kind of get started here. I do think we're going to build this entire chain down to raw to make sure we have everything we need. And I also think we might end up using a lot of the logistics bots for this. So I think that's where we'll start. Let's throw down a depot. Let's actually throw down a large depot here. And we'll just have this feed yellow cubes into the research lab. And then let's get into logistics. Let's build one of these logistics distributors. What am I missing here? Processors? Okay. So there's going to be a lot of what am I missing here moments for the next couple episodes as we build out this chain. Let me go grab some processors and build a handful of logistics things. I've decided to kind of, how do I put this? I'm going to probably have to rebuild this mall at a later date, but I'm going to try to use it for as long as I can. What are you complaining about? Did you not make any more of these? I guess I took them all. Yeah, all right. I guess that's fine. We can hand make those if we need to. So I need processors. What is this? Accumulators. I thought I had... Here we go. Yeah, processors. I guess I'll grab a stack of this. I have a bunch of extra stuff in here that I don't need. Let me get rid of all of this. Okay. So with the processors in place, I can make some logistics distributors. How many of these can I make? 10? Let's get 10 of those going.
Flight mode.
All right. So you're pretty simple to start with. You are just going to say... What's the key for this? F? We're almost there. So this thing's just going to say, bring me yellow cubes. And then wherever we end up making them, they'll be sent over here. So one production chain I should set up is the drones, I think. Well, yeah, we probably want... We're going to need a lot of drones. So maybe that is something I should be doing over at the mall. Let's... Okay, so we're kind of running out of space here. Could I do... What else could I do here? We could just start making our way down the coast. Yeah, I guess that's probably what we do here. So let's start with something like this. This is going to be for drones. I don't think we need an assembler Mark II here. We don't need this to be fast. It just needs to be running all the time. So let's put down a Mark I assembler to make drones for us.
Replication complete.
Okay, if you're going to be making these... So we have logistics drones and we have logistics bots. I know what the bots are for. I guess the drones are for the tower that we can't build yet. But I want this to make... Yeah, I want this to make bots for me. Okay, so that's going to need iron. It's going to need an engine. It's going to need processor. Okay. So... we can start doing things like this now. Let's put down a depot here. And this is going to be requesting iron ingots. So we want you to request iron ingots. Request from other distributors. And then we also want engines. I think that's a little too close. I'm not sure. Can I connect this up? I can. All right. Well, I guess it doesn't matter how it looks. Where do we want this one? I guess we'll do something like this. Okay, so you're requesting iron ingots. You need to request engines. We need to connect you up. All right, you request engines. Where are engines? Right there. Okay, and then we'll have a third belt to request processors. Yeah, there's like a weirdness here. I was accidentally trying to feed it into a slot that this thing doesn't have, the storage depot. Okay. So what was it? Processors? Yeah, okay, processors. So those are the inputs. And then once this makes the bots for me, we can output it into the storage. Like so. Okay. Looks like I need a little bit more power. And then we're gonna need to handcraft some drones here and then set up the distribution on the other end. That looks like it'd be good. So, from where can we get iron ingots? Iron ingots, engines, and processors. So engines and processors, we don't really have. The only place we have that set up automated is over here, and I don't want to put distributors on these. These are meant for me. So we might need to go build some small chains elsewhere. And it could be handy to set up a few chains in this region with distribution logistics on it to feed these and other things that we might build in the future. In fact, maybe the mall doesn't have to be entirely be rebuilt. Maybe some of this we can just... That's kind of fun. Maybe some of this we can just sort of fix by extending the chains out sideways.
Dark fog cluster is launching an assault.
Let's see. Where is this coming from?
Flight mode.
I guess we have to deal with this right now. Are they going to one of the defense networks? It does look like they are. Let's just stand here and help out. Okay, there we go. Let's delete the remaining litter. Anything the base doesn't pick up is fine. Now, what's going on with these guys? Why are they staying out? Okay. So back over here, we are going to need tons of logistics, so I think it's good to... I think it's right that we need to set this up. Iron we can get. Iron we already have. And we do need to make some bots ourselves to kind of seed things and get things started here. So let me see what's involved in getting started in producing these bots. I need iron ingots, engines, and processors. Okay. Let's start out. So we have spare iron over here, right? Let's grab some of this. And let's put a distributor on this excess iron output. Okay, so you are going to distribute to other factories. And maybe I only need 10 here. I'm not sure. But we'll build... Let's see if we can build 10 of these to go in here. Yeah, all right, let's produce 10 of these bots. Start feeding them from this place. We can always add more bots at the requester if we need to later. But I think for now, given how close these are, 10 bots should more than supply that depot over there for what we're trying to do. Okay, there's 10. And they should be flying over here to start putting stuff into one of these depots, right? You guys are coming over here to fill in Mr. Iron. Let's watch that happen. Okay, so we got the first part of this automated now. And that's fully automated because we're sourcing from raw now. So this will always be running. This will always be full, basically. The next one is engines. So engines, we don't have a fully automated setup. We sort of had built this chain over here. But I think it's time to rebuild this now. Because we do use a lot of engines and they're kind of slow to produce. So engines require copper and magnetic coils. So we kind of need... Magnetic coil is made from magnets, which comes from iron ore. So we need kind of a place with some iron and copper that we can turn into engines. Someplace where we're not fully using the iron, maybe? We're using all of that. We don't want to build anything kind of to the right of this line, because that's our forward bases. So let's see where we have some iron and copper that we're not using. And maybe we'll set up a production chain for engines. I mean, there's copper there. I think iron is what we're sort of having trouble finding at the moment. We've got some more iron over here and some copper as well. Okay. Let's set up here. This looks like a good place to do it. So, let's see. We'll just set up here. This is fine. So here's our output depot. This can hold, there's kind of a weird curvature of the earth going on here. I guess we'll set up here. That'll hold the engines. And then we want some producers, some assemblers. Now, if you're making engines, what do you need? Engines. It's an item, right? Where are engines? Why can't I see it? There it is. Okay. So this is going to make 20 per minute. I think 60 per minute, 1 per second is a good target. So let's get 3 of these down here. Let's feed these into the depot. So output goes here, and here, and here, and then we take from there into that. That should be fine. Okay. Then for inputs, we're gonna need 2 belts, one for magnets and one for the other thing that these use. Magnetic coil and copper. Yeah, okay. And then the ratio is what? It's 2 copper for 1 magnetic coil. All right. So we'll put the copper line on the inside. I can already tell, in order to get this fully automated, so I'm not even working on yellow cubes right now, I'm working on logistic spots, but in order to get this fully automated with no kind of me having to fly around and shuffle resources around, or minimizing it as much as possible if the recipes involve either titanium or high purity silicon, we're gonna be spending multiple episodes setting up production chains here. That's just the way it's gonna have to be. I need to reverse this belt, and then we need to input the copper. Okay, so that will be the copper line. Then we need a second line next to it to put in the magnets. Okay. So if that's the magnet line, let's start by building that. We said we were going to produce 60 per minute, so we need 60 magnets per minute. These assemblers... Oh, wait a minute. This is not 60 per minute, is it? Because it's the assembler Mark 1. All right, let's upgrade these at least. Okay, so that will produce 60 magnets per minute, or 60 engines per minute, right? Because the ratio on this is 1.0. So it'll do the full, yeah, 20 recipes per minute. Okay. So we are going to need 60 magnetic coils. Let's see how we produce those. Let's see. Magnetic coil. You can produce... you can produce 120. So we actually don't need a Mark II assembler here. We can get away with just a Mark I to produce the 60 per minute. And there will actually be some overflow, but I'm okay with that. So then magnet production goes here. Or magnetic coil, rather. Yeah. So this will do 90 per minute, and that's fine. And so let's output that onto the chain. which means we don't need the rest of this. Now this needs magnets from iron and copper. We already know that there is some... There's going to be copper on this line. So can I split this off, or do I need to use like a... Will that work? How would I... No, I don't think I can do that. I think I do need a splitter there. Let's put one down. That worked out well. Okay, so this is the copper line, and we're going to put copper in here. Copper ingots, rather. Okay, so there's copper ingots. The demand is going to be... Let's see. This needs 40 copper ingots each per minute. Is that right? This is going to do 20 recipes consuming 2 copper. So 40, that's going to need 40. So that's 120 over here that we need. And then this one, to be fully produced, needs 45. Yeah, because it's going to do 45 recipes per minute requiring 1 copper. Yeah. Okay, so 120 plus 45 is 165. We need 165 copper per minute. If we look at our arc smelter, it can produce 60. So we need 3 of these producing copper, and there will be some backup, but that's fine. So where's our copper? Our copper's over here. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this right here, like so. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we will... put on our outputs. You guys are going to make copper ingots. Okay, so copper ingots output onto this belt, which is split between these 4 assemblers. We have inputs for them. We have the outputs here. That's good. Okay. So you need... Those are going to produce the iron ingots that we need, or the copper ingots that we need, once we provide the copper ore, which comes from here. Let's get that set up. Let's reverse this path. So we need a minimum of 160. I think these are 1-to-1, right? Yeah, we need a minimum of 165 copper ore per second. Let's set up our miner. 5 gets us exactly what we need, 165 per minute. I could squeeze in one more just so that as the first vein is depleted, we don't slow down. Okay, that provides the copper that we need. So, I'm trying to remember now. So copper and magnets are going to produce the engines, right? Yeah, so all we need now are magnets. We need another line to get magnets going. And that will be over here, I guess. We're going to need to hop over this chain and then set down the magnet production. Why are you not operating over here? Hold on. Oh, this line is backed up. What are you being used for? Can I reuse you or what? Why are you backed up? Oh, my core energy is exhausted. Okay. Where are you going? What are you doing? You're straight up... Okay, but you're going to have a distribution system, so that will be used. All right. Let's grab some fuel. Now, here's a question. I do have spare energy here, so I can do this, right? Yeah, I can carry some spares around like that. For emergency situations. I'm interested in why this doesn't... Oh, yeah, provide. Provide at least 400. So if I then take more, I wonder why it's not sure how. Oh, that's provision from logistics, which we don't have set up. So I do have to do this manually. Okay. That's fine.
Flight mode.
Okay. I don't want to interfere with that iron line because that's going to be end up being consumed. Let's set up another one over here. Let's grab some of these like this. That seems good. Okay, so we're gonna need arc smelters turning some of this into magnets over here. And it's gotten dark, so it's hard to see, but let's go ahead and set those down like this. I'd like to keep things nice and tight if I can. So we're gonna need inputs and outputs. I don't quite know how many we need. Who's consuming the magnets? You. You're gonna be producing 45 recipes per minute. So you need 90 magnets. You need 90 magnets. How many can you make? You can make 45. So 2 of these should be enough. No, not 45. 1.5 seconds. So it does 2 recipes every 3 seconds, 4 recipes every 6 seconds. It does 40. Is that right? Did I get that right? It does 1 recipe every 1.5 seconds. So it does 2 recipes every 3 seconds, 4 recipes every 6 seconds, 40 recipes. Yeah, so we do need 3 of these producing magnets to get up to the 90 that we need over here. All right, so you're gonna make magnets. And then your output needs to hop over the fence. I don't know why that turned like that. I didn't want it to. Okay. And you come over here to the factory. We put in our magnets. I guess I can't really avoid this unless I used a splitter again. I'm not sure how I feel about that. This little hump that then has to go far enough to get back down to the ground level and then turns around. You know what? What if I delete this? Yeah, let's delete this. Maybe a little bit more. And then how can I connect this up from one height? Not there. I can do it like that. Okay. And then... that's better. I mean, it is floating in midair now, which is weird, but Yeah, I'm not sure that's better. Oh well. I guess it's fine. It's compact anyway. So, magnet production goes like so. Okay, that looks good. And then we need our iron input. So iron ore gets turned into magnets. Magnets feed over here, feed into the factory. The assembler, rather. Okay, so this all looks right. This looks good. Then we're going to need you to come out here and make your way over to this line. And then fly up here. Okay. That should be good for producing engines. Let's get this running. We're gonna need some Tesla towers. I'm not happy with that. I guess there's not much I can do about it. We need one more over here for the miner. Is that connected to anything? There we go. Okay. So that starts mining ore. I do have a problem here. Almost out of conveyor belts. Okay, so these guys are producing magnets. Why? Oh, I need power over here for the copper as well. What can this connect to? Guess we'll have to go like this. Okay, so the copper comes in. Did I already have an episode titled Engine? I feel like I did. Maybe this will be titled Logistics Bot or something, because that's what we're aiming towards. Okay, we're producing copper ingots. Copper ingots are feeding the magnets. Magnets and copper ingots are going into engine production, and we're producing engines. Okay, very nice. Now, I do wonder... I guess I'll make this one bigger just in case. We'll make it one bigger. Just so we can build up a nice, tasty surplus. And then we'll throw our logistics distributor on top. You are going to distribute to other distributors. One available route. Who's asking for it? Oh, the other factory I set up back at base. Okay. Now, we need some of these. We need to make 10 more bots. How many of these can I make? 90? Excellent. Okay. So we'll make 10 of these bots, and we'll start distributing these out. And we should be making, 60 per minute. One bot every second, or one engine every second.
Complete.
Okay, let's fill you up. And there we go. We've now fully automated production and distribution of engines from raw. So engine should never be a bottleneck again. In fact, we might not even need the engine. We don't need this anymore. All of this can go. Because this is just idle power draw that we don't need anymore. Like if we wanted to fill this in, we just put a distributor on it and request it. So how do I do area delete? Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of all of you. I think this was part of it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we should be getting engines over here, right? Yeah, the distribution system's working. Okay. So the last thing we need is processors. So processors are tricky. At the moment, I don't think we can set up distribution for them because we don't have a source of... We don't have a renewable source of the silicon or the microcrystalline components. So I think this is going to have to continue to be done by hand, which means we can probably just take this thing back and put these in manually. Why is this? These are all reversed. Oh, that's hilarious. So we do need processors over here. How many do I have? 100? And just take a bunch of these and stick them over here for now. All right, so that should be making bots for us, right? Yeah, very nice. I won't have to handcraft those bots. We'll just get like a stack of 100 of them over here, and that'll sort us for like 10 of those things. We should follow up on producing more microcrystalline components and more processors.
Flight mode.
Okay, so that's a goodly amount of those. Let's take like 800 of these, or let's just take it all. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's get this set up to produce more. So this just requires what? Yeah, the high purity silicon. All right. Okay. So that's going to make some more of that. Let's grab these. In the meantime, we're out of high purity silicon, so we might need to make another trip to All-in-One real quick. But let's dump these down here. Oh, looks like we were running low on the other component, whatever that is. Circuit boards. What a surprise. What a shock. Circuit boards are a bottleneck.
Extraterrestrial dark fog is assaulting.
Extraterrestrial dark fog. Okay. We're gonna need to deal with circuit boards soon. Where is the extraterrestrial dark fog? Oh, that's over at All-in-One. Okay, looks like we saw a litter briefly, but it looks like our automated defenses there handled the problem. We might need to beef those defenses up as these things grow, just because we might need like more stuff. So that feels pretty good.
Flight mode.
We do need more circuit boards. We have a circuit board problem. We always have a circuit board problem. So let's fix that for now. This should be empty, right? Or mostly empty? Okay. Let's fix how this works. Let's use our distribution system to constantly be feeding this in here. At least that way this will always be full, right? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay. So this is made from iron ingots and copper ingots, and a lot of them. Okay. So let's set up. Let's come back here a bit. put down one depot that requests iron. Let's have you request iron. You're going to request iron ingots. Okay, that's good. We should be able to then put down a second one that requests copper. So we'll place this here. You are going to request copper. Looks good. Okay. These are all powered on. So now we need bots, which should be in production for us. Look at that, we got 103. Very nice. All right. So iron has a source, copper does not. We need to go to our spare copper production, which I believe is over here. No. That's actually being used most of the time. That's not being used most of the time, it's being used some of the time to produce microcrystalline. Do I want to source copper from here? I don't think I do, because then this will shut down. I think what we want is like a priority line. Yeah, we want like a priority line here. I think I'm gonna leave this one alone. Let me look. Do I have anywhere else that's just producing copper and nothing else? We have some copper right there that we could use. All of this copper is being used. Actually, this is almost done. That's kind of a problem, isn't it? It's got 7,000. It's got 8,000 in it, I guess. But it's going down fairly quickly. Yikes. All right. Let's use some of the spare copper here. Or maybe we'll need that. Let me just look around and remind myself what I have. Do I have anything set up that's just making copper for nobody? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, well. Let's build some copper distribution then. I think that's fine. Is that on this planet? Looks like it is.
Cruise mode. Cruise ended. Flight mode.
All right, come on out wherever you are. Why is it not? It's like not advancing. Oh, is that happening in the sky or what? Is that happening on the planet? Where's this dark fog?
Cruise ended. Flight mode.
I feel like I heard it and then... Okay, that was a little bit strange. I like that my precision drones kind of arranged themselves in this neat little formation. That's kind of cool. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's pretty dope the way they operate. Okay, coming back. I can't remember where I was looking for the copper. Nearby, right? Relatively nearby. Yeah, we've got some spare copper there that we could use. Or no, I was going to make it here, wasn't I? Okay. Let's just get some quick copper smelting going on and set up a couple of depots to provide it to the world as required. I don't know, something like that's fine. Throw down a miner. That's going to be fine. We'll smelt this into ingots. Looks like I need to make more of these. Arc smelters. So how many? We got 5 of these? I can't... Let me remind myself how this works. 132 per minute. Oh, that's interesting. You can actually have it not snap to the grid as well as rotate it if you hold down the shift key. I didn't actually look at the number again. 165 per minute. Okay. So arc smelter. I don't know how many we need here. Copper, 60 per second. So 3 should be sufficient, as it turns out. Let's copy the recipe. Let's get a couple of these set up on here. Oh, I can only do 1. Interesting. All right. So you can only put... I thought maybe you could put 2 on top, but it seems you can only put 1. Let's connect you guys up. What's the right way to do this? Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Output goes like this. And we do connectors. Okay, pair of logistics distributors. You're going to distribute copper ingots to anyone who wants them. I think we can copy the logistics settings. Yep, looks good. Okay, let's fill in the bots. Let's get the ore set up. And then power. Okay. So there we go. The copper should get produced, sent over here to fill up these depots. We got 2 sets of distributors to send copper to anybody who wants it. There is one available route. So why aren't they flying? Are they waiting to fill up? Oh, somebody's coming to get some. Okay, it is working. Nice.
Flight mode.
That should be going very close by, right? We set up a new production chain for circuit boards. So I think we're good here. I see iron production. And here comes the copper. I've got my belts reversed for some reason. How about that? Well, now why isn't this working? Did I miss I missed an input. That's weird. Inputs. Okay, there we go. I think that's like, that's been 10 episodes in the making of me constantly like being, I don't have enough circuit boards. I don't know how I have enough circuit boards. So with the distribution system in place, this will source the copper and the iron from raw production, bring it here. And then this guy can just make circuit boards forever. This thing will literally always be running. And so very shortly, this is actually going to be full. And we're going to have as many circuit boards as we want whenever we want them. We're also going to have clouds of logistics bots flying all over the base, but maybe that's okay. Anyway, I started out the episode saying we were going to start working on yellow cubes. Boy, did we get distracted. The good news is we now have automated production of logistics bots. So we've already produced a couple hundred of those, and that's going to help us out enormously in terms of making sure that as we get yellow cubes set up, the full chain is available and it's fully automated from raw to finished product. So I feel like this was a good episode regardless. We set up some prerequisites, some things we're going to need later to really be effective in producing the yellow cubes. And I can already tell it's going to take probably another 10 episodes before we get there. God knows what the later cube recipes are going to look like, but next time we'll figure out what's the next step in the chain, what's the next kind of bottleneck or requirement we need to be working on, and we'll use all the bots we started producing today to do it, to get set up. So that's going to be it for this time. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll be back with more Dyson Sphere program next time. Hope to see you then. Take care.